All right, WrestleGeddon fans, it's Friday, so you know what that means. It's another live edition of your WrestleGeddon podcast right here on youtube.com/forthecollection and facebook.com/WrestleGeddonPod. With me this week, as always, it's the Tennessee Jesus, Carl Crossland. Of course, I am Chris the Heat Matthews, and we are ready to get into some wrestling this week. Carl, what's going on, man?
Not much, man. Just been 4th of July.
Coming to us live from a bar in Nashville, Tennessee.
something close to that.
Close to it. Awesome stuff. We got a lot to talk about this week. We've got Forbidden Door to talk about. We've got Money in the Bank this weekend. NXT Heatwave is this weekend as well. We won't get too much into Heatwave. Garrett, our resident NXT expert, is not with us this week, so we'll touch on a little bit. But got some happenings over on TNA. Some big stuff happened this week on there, so we'll talk about that too. All right, so let's get into it like we always do with, where's my clicker? There it is. The Randall Band entrance theme. It is on random, and it's random every week. This week, we've got Shinedown. Love me some Shinedown. Talked about my love for Shinedown last week. Awesome. All right. Carl, I'll let you go first. What'd you pick?
I picked Sound of Madness.
Son of a bitch.
I picked yours?
Yes. Oh, man. I didn't have a backup either.
You didn't have a backup?
I did not have a backup.
You shouldn't have let me go first.
That's all right. It's like you don't want to use like 45 or second chance. But I'm going to go with Monsters.
Monsters, that's pretty good.
All right, so there we go. Man, Sound of Madness is great.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, who we got for next week?
We got Green Day, if we haven't done them already.
We have not done Green Day. And I think I got my pick for that one already. So. As long as nobody takes it.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So there's the Random Band entrance theme this week. Last Shinedown. And next week we'll pick a song from Green Day. And that brings us to the Elite Figure of the Week. Which, of course, is brought to you by EntertainmentEarth.com. Use the code FTCollect and save 10% on all your in-stock availables. All right. So the Elite Figure of the Week this week, I went back into the archives of my collection and pulled out this gem. It's the Elite Series 20, Cody Rhodes.
That looks...
This is from WrestleMania 28.
Yeah, I would not be able to guess that being like a Cody Rhodes without you telling me that was Cody Rhodes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it just don't have the signature blonde hair and...
Nope.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the robe that came with it, this is actually, I bought this separate because the robe that came with it was just like a crappy plastic thing.
I got you.
Got this from a dude that online that makes like custom figure clothing, and this is pretty cool. So
yeah,
so I just thought the plastic one didn't look that good, and you couldn't put the hood up on it, so or the hood up or hood down, one of the two. The Intercontinental title didn't come with the figure at all either. That's just on there because that, of course, is he went into that pay-per-view, that WrestleMania as the Intercontinental Champion. So
yeah,
but really solid figure, great figure. So I like it.
Throwback for sure.
Young Cody without the neck tattoo.
With the neck tattoo and the blonde hair, like I said, you wouldn't know it was him.
Yeah, and this was during a time frame too when pretty much you had all these younger guys as champions, because you're looking at like Beth Phoenix as the Divas champion. Kofi, I think, was the Intercontinental champion at the time. Punk, or not Intercontinental champion. I think he might have been the U.S. champion. Punk was the World champion or WWE champion. So there's like a whole bunch of like younger guys as champions at that point. I think Ryder was in there too.
Yeah,
I remember correctly. So it's around that time frame. So it's pretty cool. It's one of my favorite Codys. And on top of that, like the Cody figures at that time were pretty hot. Hard to find figures. So this one and his previous one that came out was the undashing Cody with the mask and the jacket with the hood on it, and he actually came with a paper bag with the eyes cut out so you can put it on people's heads. So it's pretty cool. Awesome stuff. All right, so there is that elite figure of the week, and it is time for the instant replay. I really need to get this thing fixed. And of course, instant replay this week. We got a lot to talk about. We kind of touched on some stuff last week during SmackDown, with Paul Heyman getting destroyed by the Bloodline. 58-year-old, or not 50, Heyman 58?
he's pretty old.
Yeah, he's. I think they say he's 58. Put him through the damn table. Through a table. Heyman refused to acknowledge Solo Sikoa as his tribal chief, so they took him out. Big props to Heyman, though, because during that whole segment, I guess Heyman really committed himself to that to make him look like he was worried and, torn between the whole thing. Did not sleep the night before to get that, that red look in his eyes and everything. So he committed himself to that role. So.
Yeah.
So big props to Heyman for that one.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's definitely the one of the biggest spots on SmackDown last week. We got into Monday Night Raw. We got some more with Uncle Howdy and Bo Dallas. Another interview between the two of them. As we saw the Wyatt Six come out during Chad Gable's match again and basically run them off. You saw, aside from just Nikki Cross, you saw the other three, Rowan, Loomis, and Gacy, all at the top of the rampway in different areas. Gable had to escape through the crowd. And Nikki brought out another box with VHS in there and addressed to Pat McAfee again. So, but ran at the truck, and we got that second part of the interview with Bo and Uncle Howdy, which basically, I don't know exactly what this did, because it showed like it was a creepy interview, definitely.
Yeah.
But it definitely got the point across that we're going into Bo as Uncle Howdy, and it's kind of like one of those things where, is it in his head? It's not in his head.
Yeah. That and it's kind of interesting because there's like a lot of people they could pick from, because I guess they're going to start attacking people that turned on their families or friends. So a lot of people, Chad Gable, the Usos, Solo Sikoa, like.
Well, the other thing you can look at too is you've got
Cody,
Dexter Loomis, part of this faction, and he was part of the Way with Gargano, Candice, and Theory, and Indy Hartwell. So there could be a thing where he goes after maybe Austin, where they go after Austin Theory, or they go after Ciampa and Gargano. Nikki goes after Indy or Candice, because we don't really know, because they weren't drafted to a show, but they haven't really shown up on SmackDown. Everything's been on Raw, so I guess we'll see what happens in the near future. But as of right now, it looks like Gable's the target. But I did find it funny that that whole segment, Jey Uso was hiding under the ring.
Yeah.
He comes out with the bike. He's like, "They gone?" Well, that was pretty cool. The other thing on from Raw this week, the other big takeaway, Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Priest tells Finn not to get in his business, didn't need his help. And you kind of see that sideways look that Finn gave him after Priest walked away from that discussion. So I'm kind of wondering, after Money in the Bank, if something happens and we get into maybe Priest separating from the Judgment Day, especially if he retains, and going into that and facing Gunther at SummerSlam. Because you would need Priest. One of them's got to be the face going into that matchup.
Yeah.
And out of the two of them, I can see it being Priest over Gunther.
Yeah. I could definitely see that.
Unless Rollins wins at Money in the Bank and
don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Which is, could be very possible.
Yep. One of those things, like, why'd they bring him back already to have him face Priest at Money in the Bank if there's not that? It's always a 50-50 chance if they don't have that chance of winning the title.
Yeah, for sure.
Or something happening.
Or maybe we see some interference.
That's a possibility too. I wouldn't be surprised if Finn actually ends up costing Priest the championship, and then we get a feud between Finn and Priest.
Or you could get Liv Morgan involved, maybe.
Yeah. That is another possibility. Where am I looking at? That one.
Or maybe Rhea Ripley returns. Could have that too.
Yeah.
I think that'd probably be more of a SummerSlam thing if she does the return.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we'll probably get to see her or Charlotte at SummerSlam. Hopefully.
We'll see what happens. But speaking of Money in the Bank, that, of course, is Saturday. You got NXT Heat Wave on Sunday night. I haven't been watching NXT the last couple weeks, but Heat Wave looks to be like a pretty solid card. We'll touch on that here in a little bit. But let's run through Money in the Bank, give our picks for that. Men's Money in the Bank ladder match. We've got Jey Uso, Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, Chad Gable, LA Knight, and Drew McIntyre. The women's Money in the Bank, we got Io Sky, Chelsea Green, Lyra Valkyria, Tiffany Stratton, Naomi, and Zoe Stark. Like I said, we got Damian Priest defending the title against Seth Rollins. Sami Zayn defends
Jey Uso.
That's from Jey Uso.
Sami Zayn defends the IC title against Braun Breaker. And, of course, we got the 6-man tag match with Cody and RKO versus the Bloodline. We need 3 members of the Bloodline. So. All right. Let's get into this with our picks. So we'll start off with the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. I can tell you who's not going to get it, which is Carmelo Hayes and Andrade, Chad Gable, which leaves your other 3, Jey Uso, Drew McIntyre, and LA Knight.
I think they possibly could give it to Gable.
It's a possibility, but with the other 3 in there, I don't see them getting it. I see it going to one of those 3. but I don't think McIntyre is going to take it either. I think we're going to have an issue, which I wouldn't be surprised because it happened in Scotland. McIntyre gets the ladder to get the briefcase, and from out of nowhere, here comes Punk and takes him out of the match.
You think it'll be Punk, or you think it'll be? Because I think.
You think we'll get AJ, or is Larry going to climb the ladder and bite his fingers?
I don't know. It's one of those things where you could have the Wyatt sick, interfering in that match, like getting Gable out of it. So I don't know if you'd have like two interferences. Or that's the thing. Do you think the Wyatt Six will show up at all in Money in the Bank, or maybe not?
Possibly. Not 100% sure on that one, but I would give it a possibility. Like I said, if they're gonna do like any type of interference in that match, they probably won't do two. So
yeah,
I think it would make sense. Either one of them makes sense, but I think at a pay-per-view, especially where it's somewhere where Drew McIntyre is involved with getting another shot at the World Championship, I would lean more towards that with Punk interfering over the Wyatt Six.
Over the Wyatt Six.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go like who I want to win. If I was like get the pick and I was like Triple H, I'd probably pick Andrade, but I doubt he does that. So I'm gonna go with actual Drew McIntyre winning the Money in the Bank.
All right. I went with the master of the Yeet, Jey Uso.
I was thinking about going with him, but we had too many Jey Uso fans around, so I had to.
They go opposite.
Had to go opposite.
All right. Next up, we have the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, which is Io Sky, Chelsea Green, Lyra, Valkyria, Tiffany Stratton, Naomi, and Zoe Stark. I would love to see Chelsea Green win this, just because I'm a big Chelsea Green fan. I think she's awesome. But I had it down between Io and Tiffany Stratton as two possibilities for me to go with for this matchup.
It has to be Tiffany Stratton. If they don't go Tiffany Stratton, I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I ended up going with Tiffany as well.
Yeah.
I just think she's hot right now. She's got going into this match. The only other person that has the momentum going into this, I would probably say would be Io. And probably Lyra. Lyra's been on a roll too, but she just got called up. I mean, that same aspect too, Tiffany just got called up too, but nobody's gained as big of a following as Tiffany has since coming up to the main roster of the two of them.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And I honestly could see her cashing in at SummerSlam.
SummerSlam?
Yep, between Naomi and not Naomi, Nia and Bailey.
Bailey,
possibility of that happening.
I wouldn't mind seeing Naomi with a title.
I know she had that awesome glow in the dark title. I definitely think Money in the Bank is going to be Tiffy time.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got Damian Priest versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. Stipulation for this match, though, if Priest wins, Rollins can never challenge for the title again as long as Priest is champion. If Rollins wins, Priest must leave the Judgment Day.
Yeah. This is a tough one. I think Judgment Day is ultimately going to split up, but I don't think this is the way they do it. I think we have some sort of interference, whether it be Liv Morgan, Finn Balor, Dirty Dom, Rhea Ripley. Like if Rhea Ripley's healthy, she could, pop up.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
does Liv Morgan cost Damian Priest the belt so that he's out of the Judgment Day, and then you
Oh,
have Rhea Ripley. Then you have Rhea Ripley return, to try to put it all back together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That is a possibility I didn't even think of. Morgan interfering in that match. Because the biggest detractor from her getting what she wants in the Judgment Day has been Priest.
Yeah.
And that makes perfect sense to have her interfere in that matchup and cost Priest the title. And then we go into SummerSlam with Gunther versus Rollins, which would be a hell of a match. Even Priest and Gunther would be an awesome match. But
but yeah, Rollins and Gunther would be like money.
Yeah. That's a tough one. I'm still going to go with Priest, though.
Yeah.
That's just my pick on that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I think I'll go Priest too, just so that you don't beat me in the picks. But I like my idea a lot better. Triple H should call me.
Yeah, definitely. Next up, we've got Sami Zayn defending the Intercontinental Championship against Braun Breaker. Talk about somebody that's been impactful on the Raw roster since being moved over to Raw. Braun Breaker, dude, has been killing it this entire time he's been featured on Raw. And then that spear he hit a couple weeks ago on Kaiser was insane. It's freaking awesome. So, but,
yeah,
I think it's Braun's time. I think it's time for Braun to get a singles title on the main roster, and I think the IC title is a good one to start with. So I'm definitely picking Breaker on that one.
I think so too. I actually was thinking about that today, and one of the big reasons why I wanted to pick him is because I'd like his first defense to be against Gable. That'd be a pretty good match.
That would be good. That would be a match with him and Sheamus.
Sheamus, yeah,
pretty good too.
Yeah, I just gone up like wrestling styles, like him and Gable. I think would have like a real good. Yeah.
I agree with that. That'd be awesome. All right. Main event time. It's Cody Rhodes and RKO versus the Bloodline, which is any three members of the current Bloodline. So Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, or Jacob Fatu. I really think it's going to be Solo and the Gorillas of Destiny because Jacob's got those travel issues of traveling internationally.
I mean, hopefully Canada would let him in, though, right?
I mean, like,
like out of all countries, Canada has like the pretty most like lax like immigration laws.
Yeah.
So,
but there's a couple other guys that couldn't get in with like, they wouldn't let over the border. But it was a while ago too. I think it was Jimmy.
Was it?
I think so. I think it was after his like DUI arrest or something. Like they wouldn't let him travel internationally.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think the bloodline wins.
That's what I went with too. It's not a title match, and I think this would be a great chance to set up Cody and Solo for SummerSlam. So you're going into this, and it could be like maybe Solo's the one that got the pin on Cody to win the matchup, and that could be like his big thing. Like, I beat you, I pinned you in that match. I want a title shot. We go that route, or he just keeps beating him down until he finally gets it.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Quite enjoy that. All right, awesome. So there's our picks for Money in the Bank. I'm just going to run through the NXT Heatwave card. NXT Heatwave is on Sunday night. Looks like a pretty solid card right now. You've got a 6-woman tag match. Or no, just regular tag match. women's tag team match. Carmen Petrovic versus Ariana Grace. Sorry. Carmen Petrovic and Ariana Grace versus JC Jane and Jasmine Nix. NXT Tag Team Championship, Nathan Frazier and Axiom versus Chase University, which would be Andre Chase and Duke Hudson. NXT Women's North American Championship, Kalani Jordan taking on Sol Ruka. That's going to be a great match. Last chance match for NXT North American Championship. If Obafemi wins, Wesley can never challenge for the title as long as Obafemi is champion. So Obafemi versus Wesley. Women's Championship match, Roxanne Perez versus Lola Vice. That's going to be pretty good too. And Fatal 4-Way for the NXT Championship, Trick Williams versus Javon Evans versus Ethan Page versus Shawn Spears.
That should be good. Yeah.
No, pretty stacked card up for NXT Heatwave. So it'll be interesting to see who comes out of that match. If we get any visitors from other locker rooms.
That's a possibility because I heard somebody's interested in
somebody wants to take on Obafemi.
Yeah.
And I am here for it. I would love to see it.
I definitely, if they need me to, mediate the call or whatever, I can do that.
Oh, man. I love it. I'm so here for this WWE TNA relationship. It's so awesome.
Yeah.
I'm looking for W. That was your last pay-per-view.
What, NXT's?
No, Forbidden Door. I was trying to Google the results for Forbidden Door.
Yeah, I didn't. I watched Will Ospreay Swerve match. That's all I watched.
I didn't watch any of it. I tried to get it on our bootleg feed, and it told me the feed was unavailable. I haven't had time to go back and try to watch it. So, but we did do picks for this. Let's go ahead and run through here. What we've got. Garrett actually sent picks in before the pay-per-view. All right. Indoor results. We had pre-show, 5 matches on the pre-show. Kyle Fletcher defeated Serpentico. The Kings of the Black Throne defeated Tomohiro Ishii and Kyle O'Reilly. Roderick Strong and Gabe Kidd. And Private Party. Willow Nightingale and Tom Nakano defeated Chris Statlander and Momo Watanabe, which is ones that we did picks for. I believe all of us picked Willow and Tam. No, you actually went with Statlander and Momo.
Yeah. Yeah, I went different on that one.
Yeah, Garrett and I both picked Willow and Tam. Next one was Mariah May taking on Saraya for the first round of the Women's Own Heart Cup. I know you and I both picked Saraya. Garrett actually picked Mariah May. Good for him.
Who won that?
Mariah May won.
Oh, that's what I thought you said, and I was like,
you and I picked Saraya.
Yeah, that was a surprise though. Or at least
that was very surprising.
Yeah.
All right. The final match on here for the pre-show was the Lucha Brothers and Mystico taking on Los Ingobernables de Japón. You and I both picked LIJ. Garrett picked the Lucha Brothers and Mystico.
Who won?
Lucha Brothers and Mystico.
Damn it.
Yep, that sucked. All right, opening match for the pay-per-view. MJF defeated Hechicero. We all picked MJF. We had the Elite taking on the team of Scissor Ace. So the Acclaimed and Hiroshi Tanahashi. The Elite ended up picking up on the win on that one. Go to this one. I believe we all went with.
I seen that Britt Baker return.
Yes, Britt Baker did return.
I don't know if she returned during the match or not. Like I said, I didn't see.
Yeah, she came back at the end of the Mercedes Moné and Stephanie Vecchio match.
I got you.
So I'll get back to that one. Danielson defeated Shingo. Timeless Tony Storm retained against Mina Shirakawa. And we got like a triple kiss at the end of the match. And Nigel McGuinness gave it a standing ovation. Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Orange Cassidy. Samoa Joe, Hook, and Shibata defeated the Learning Tree. And Jeff Cobb. Jack Perry won the TNT ladder match. Mercedes Moné and Stephanie Vecchio. Mercedes Moné won by submission. After the match, we saw the return of Britt Baker. Shirley didn't do much. She just kind of walked out on the stage, and they had like a stare down between the two of them. And she walked to the back. Naito defeated Moxley for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, and Strickland retained against Will Ospreay, which is probably one of the better matches of the night. So we didn't really watch it. It's like can't really give like a rundown or what was good, what wasn't good on that one. But we can talk about Dynamite this week.
I saw the main event. I could tell you that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The main event was everything we expected it to be. It was one of those things that could be match of the year.
Awesome. I saw a lot of highlights on TikTok for it. So.
Yeah, it was awesome. Both competitors looked good in it. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like some kind of stupid finish or anything like that. It was good.
The Orange Cassidy Zack Sabre Jr. match, surprisingly, from the clips I saw on TikTok, didn't look that bad.
Yeah.
So I might go back and watch that, but if I can find time to do that, but probably not. We actually had 2 returns this week for AEW. We got Britt Baker come back at the pay-per-view. We'll get to the second one here in a minute. We had Willow taking on Chris Statlander for in the semifinals of the Owen Hart tournament. Willow actually picked up the win, so Willow's going on. Excited for that one. Love Willow.
Yeah,
hopefully she can be a 2-time Owen Hart Cup champion. They did announce Blood and Guts, which will be happening in 3 weeks on Dynamite. Well, they have a little less than 3 weeks now. So you have the Elite and a mystery partner versus the Mark Briscoe and mystery partners. I'm pretty sure we're going to get the Acclaimed as 2 of them as they came out to help Briscoe because he was getting beat down by the Elite. So I wouldn't be surprised if those 2 join. Then the Elite tried to recruit the returning Adam Hangman Page, who was Jeff Jarrett's wild card opponent in the Owen Hart tournament.
Cool.
Which I think we're getting like didn't really come out and do like all the pandering and stuff that he usually does. He came out, looked like he was pissed. Hit Jarrett with 2 dead eyes, a buckshot lariat, and just beat him down like the whole match. Jarrett got some offense in, but not a lot. So I was very disappointed because I really wanted Jarrett to go on and win this tournament. I mean, it's one of those things like it was like his best friend. Like they tagged together. They actually broke down the stat on it. 70 matches they were together as a tag team. Of course, traveling together and all that. So it was just kind of sucked. And I guess that was the whole point of bringing Hangman back was to kind of get you to hate him a little more.
Yeah.
But he basically told the Bucks to fuck off when they tried to recruit him for the Blood and Guts match.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, that was Dynamite this week. Wasn't too bad. Impact this week though. Had a couple things on Impact. Charlie Dempsey, NXT's Charlie Dempsey showed up. Basically beat down like a ring full of people, including a ref.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was pretty cool. And then we also had Matt Hardy and Reby in mixed tag team match.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of people are not happy with Reby returning to the ring. But
really? Why?
Yeah, because people don't like. I don't know why they don't like Reby for some reason. And then they're like one of the freaking Facebook feeds that came across. It tells you, like, hey, you might like this.
Yeah,
they're just dogging on the Hardys. Like I know we've made critiques and criticisms about the Hardys and AEW, but there's still money. Like regardless of where they go, they're still going to bring in fans and they still bring in money.
Yeah,
and I don't see why this is an issue with the TNA. It puts more eyes on TNA's product with the Hardys being there.
Yeah, for sure.
And they're actually contributing positively to the company. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I don't understand the hate either.
I don't understand it either. I mean, yeah, it's not, the same Hardys as, 20, 25 years ago. But, I mean, they still pop. Like, you go to conventions and the Hardys are there amongst other wrestlers. The Hardys typically have the longer lines. Like, and Reby's no slouch either. She still garners a lot of, still has a large fan base too. Like, if you look at her social media followings and stuff, a lot of people follow her and interact with her on a daily basis. Especially with the stuff that she does with like their youngest daughter, like the Gothic Baby stuff. Like, she's an author, does a whole bunch of stuff. Woman freaking builds and designs pinball machines. Like, come on. Seriously? Reby's awesome. Yes, suck. Yeah, so that was that. That was a couple of the highlights there from TNA. What else I got here? Local stuff, though. Pretty much the same stuff as last week. Don't have anything new to add. You got DPW's Tag Fest this weekend. Saturday and Sunday at the NC State Fairgrounds. Motor City Machine Gun, Speedball, Mike Bailey, and Jake Something. Masha Slamovich will be there. Elevation Pro Wrestling's Bourbon Bash 3 is next weekend, July 12th. Mystic Farm and Distillery Company in Raleigh. Apple City Championship Wrestling in Hidden Night, North Carolina on the 13th. Moose will be in attendance for that one. Almost thinking about taking the road trip out there to meet Moose. RWA's. What's that?
So that wouldn't be a bad trip to go see Moose.
No, it wouldn't. RWA's Cruel Summer, which is in the Southside Recreation Center, High Point, North Carolina on the 14th. Zicky Dice and Angelina Love will be in attendance for that one. So a lot of good stuff going on wrestling-wise this week over the next couple weekends. Hopefully we can add some more stuff to that next week to keep you guys rolling for the rest of the summer.
Yeah. I have to look into what's going on in Indiana for wrestling. I'll be able to go to any of the local stuff.
Oh, I'm sure there's something. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. So.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Was it quick tonight? Usually we're not this far along at this time. So.
We kind of blown through some of the stuff. I guess we could have spent a little bit more time.
Yeah, I mean, there really isn't that much news this week. I do have one thing I want to talk about. I forgot to put in here. Mercedes Moné had an interview where she basically said Tony Khan believes she's the greatest women's wrestler on the planet right now, and she's the highest paid women's wrestler, which right now she is. Yes.
Yeah.
But I I'm at the point where I don't like Mercedes.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm getting there. Like, the more that she does these interviews and stuff, it's like the more like it's just like, shut up.
I mean, that's her. That's always been her gimmick. So
I know, but it hasn't been like this cringy or like full of herself type of thing. No, I mean, it's good to be confident, but I mean, there's a difference between confidence and cockiness, and I think she's kind of walking a thin line right there. So,
I mean, if you ask Charlotte Flair or Becky Lynch, probably even Bailey, I think they'd probably say they're like best woman wrestler there is type thing.
yeah. I mean, obviously, if you don't think you're you want to go into a position where like you want to be the best, so you're going to think you're the best, and you get in that mind state of I'm the best, then yeah, like I understand that. Like, well, I don't know. It's just me. It's just the way she comes off in the interview. I guess it's more or less the issue I have with it, and even just like her talking, like when she came out on Dynamite with after Britt Baker had come out, and Britt had explained why she was out so long. She had some injuries, and she ended up having like a mini stroke. So that's part of the reason why she was gone for so long. And then Mercedes comes out, and it's just like this really crappy promo. Is like, they don't need a DMD, they need a CEO. But like Britt fired back at her, which I think was probably the best line between the two of them. She said something. She's like, I don't need CEO or I don't need DMD incorporated into my song to get the people to chant along with me.
Yeah.
Which is one of those things.
I think that'd be a pretty good rival though. Like if you get them to mix a little bit of the realness.
Absolutely.
Into it, like Britt Baker, like, no, I'm the woman that's supposed to put NXT on the map, and Mercedes Moné being like, no, like Tony Khan paid me all this money, to come here, because you wasn't doing a good enough job, and then, I doubt they would do that, but if they could play off of, Britt Baker's insecurities and some of her like shortcomings when it comes to the ring, you could play like you could have a pretty huge storyline that way if they played it right. Like Matt Riddle and Seth Rollins did.
Oh yeah,
kind of like with their
Well, that's the other
or
thing,
Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. Like if you just get there and shoot on each other, and you probably could do a lot for the women's division.
But can AEW pull that off though? That's the other issue.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what they need to do. Like
that is what they need to do.
I would tell Britt Baker and I would tell Mercedes Moné, like, hey, like, go out there and air it out on the mic, and we'll see, where it goes.
Absolutely. Realism Incorporated is some of the better storylines. So,
yeah.
Breaking news on SmackDown right now: DIY, the new
tag team champions.
Hell
yeah! I'm glad they finally put it on like a legit tag team. Yeah.
Awesome. So they double tap out. They both put A-Town Down Under, got them both in submission holds, and Theory and Waller both tapped. So, well, they're kind of hinting at breaking up Theory and Waller anyway.
Yeah, they've been kind of Judgment Day-ish, where they're like causing each other to get attacked and stuff.
Yeah. Awesome stuff. All right, let's hop over to
No Holds Barred. Thing. We can talk about it in No Holds Barred.
Okay. Okay.
What do you think about the? I don't know if you saw it or not, but WWE asked the fans to wear white for Money in the Bank. So they're gonna have yeah. They asked them to wear white, and I guess they're like passing out like white towels, and they're wanting to have a white out. So I didn't know, like if there's some sort of like special effect or something they were planning on using. Or I mean, it could be, the decor. Maybe they just wanted to see what it looked like with the set or whatever. But they asked them to wear white, so I was wondering if, like, like white sticks, maybe some kind of like bloodbath on the crowd or something.
That'd be awesome. I know at one point they were trying to get people to wear Rey Mysterio masks to one of the shows, because they're trying to set the Guinness record for the most people in attendance wearing a luchador mask.
Yeah,
that was years ago.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it could have been a rumor, but I'm pretty sure like I thought it was real, unless they were asking fans to wear white. So
yeah, I mean, that'd be pretty cool if everyone pulls it off. But most people are like, I'm not wearing a white T-shirt to a wrestling show. I'm going to wear the T-shirt like of Cody Rhodes or somebody else.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they have like at least like a couple of shirts for sale, or like a free T-shirt or something. Like,
well, they will. They'll definitely have more shirts available than an AEW show. I can tell you that. Forbidden Door, someone posted a picture of the merch table, and there was one LIJ shirt. There's another shirt for a Japanese wrestler, and the rest were AEW branded like logo shirts for the pay-per-view.
They at least had like a Forbidden Door shirt, right?
Yeah, that was it. But how when you go to WWE, they have like a Cody Rhodes shirt, a Roman Reigns shirt, Uso shirt, like all that. That's all AEW had was AEW logoed shirts for like with the Forbidden Door logo, the AEW logo. Aside from like the two Japanese wrestlers, they're like the two Japanese shirts. There were no shirts for any of the actual talent on the card. So
I know. Did they get a percentage? Did they get a percentage of their sales or something? Like, if I was a talent, I'd be out there selling my own damn shirt. Like,
I would be too. Like, fuck this. Like MJF just came back. This is maybe his second match since coming back. Why don't you have an MJF T-shirt available at your merch stand? Why are there no Acclaim T-shirts? For God's sake, why is there no Elite shirt with your 4 members of the Elite on it? Something like it's just absolutely ridiculous. Why is there no Mercedes Moné shirts? Like, people will be snatching those up in a heartbeat. So it's more money for the company and more money for the talent. If I was a talent, I'd be pissed about it.
Swerve Strickland or Will Ospreay shirt or something. Yeah.
And that's one of the biggest things. Like I said, you go to a WWE show, there's T-shirts and merchandise for the talent. It's not just there's a WWE shirt. 9 times out of 10, like there may be 1 or 2 shirts that are like WWE company specific, and it's generally like the I was there WWE Raleigh shirt, this date or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like a WrestleMania shirt or something that coincides with that pay-per-view or that, whatever that event is. It's not, 50, AEW logo shirts.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I can understand like maybe not taking them all to like, Dynamite since nobody shows up for it. But like their pay-per-views, man, they've been selling out. So
yeah.
You think like at a pay-per-view event, like you'd have every damn, or even like wrestlers that don't fucking wrestle for you anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
it's freaking ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Get rid of your Cody Rhodes merch.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Like if I go to an event, like I want to get a T-shirt from the event. You're like, hey, I got this shirt at this show. Like I
Yeah.
don't want to order online, and that's pretty much all of AEW's merch is online. Like I don't want to order it online. I want to be able to have it at the show. But that's the difference between AEW using Pro Wrestling Tees to do their production for their shirts. Is Pro Wrestling Tees is print to order, whereas WWE actually produces everything and in bulk, so they sell it, which makes sense to me, but apparently to Tony Khan. All right, no holds barred. Beavis and Butthead apparently got renewed for a third season for the the new series, which I didn't think it was still on. Debuted Wednesday night on Comedy Central.
Yeah, I didn't know that was still around either. Comedy Central.
That's Beavis and Butthead are moving to basic cable. As I read Mike Judge's views about third season, which will air on Comedy Central. Production is already underway. Okay, so season 3 comes out in 2025. Sorry, my bad.
There
So I guess the series itself, the other 2 seasons are moving to Comedy Central.
Yeah. I watched the new movie, but I never caught any of the new series. That's a show I watched a lot. A lot growing up. But the movie I like, man, because it didn't tone it down. It was still kind of pretty.
Yeah, I saw some snippets from the new movie. It happened to be on TV when I was flipping through the channel, so I was watching a little bit of it. Like I knew there was a new movie. I didn't know there was a whole new series too.
Yeah, I think on Paramount, right?
I guess it aired on MTV, but I guess they're being on. Yeah, the seasons 1 and 2 are available on Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
So the movie's on there, and then the movie actually premiered on Comedy Central Wednesday night.
Yeah. Comedy Central, like I remember at one point in time, it was like the station to watch. You had the Chappelle Show and Stephen Colbert and The Daily Show. And
yep. South Park when it was still good.
Yeah, South Park back when it was still good. You had do stand-ups and stuff, and then it was just like I don't know what happened to it, but it kind of fell.
I don't know either.
To the wayside.
Pretty much. They got rid of
Netflix is probably pretty much did in because a lot of the big time comedians, they were doing contracts with them.
Yep.
To do stand up on Netflix. So
it makes sense because you look at like Dave Chappelle had those 3 comedy specials on Netflix. Even Adam Sandler, like all his movies now are straight to Netflix. There's nothing like in theaters anymore.
Yeah.
And then they just announced that they're doing Happy Gilmore 2.
Yeah, I saw that, which was kind of weird. Like, I mean, it's probably at this point, it's probably a money grab.
Yeah, more than likely.
Like, I don't see, what's the I don't know, like, his grandma should be dead now, so he ain't trying to get her house. So,
Chubbs is gone, so it's just I don't know. Trying to see what else. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Like I know, like the last Adam Sandler movie I watched, I think was Grown Ups 2. Like the first one was pretty good. The second one wasn't that bad.
Yeah. Grown Ups 2, I don't think I've ever seen it. I've seen the first Grown Ups. It was alright. It wasn't like great or anything. I saw the Halloween movie he had, like last year.
Oh, yeah, I did watch that one, the Hubie Halloween.
Yeah. It was all right. Like I said,
not like the greatest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's so weird. It's like he kind of still tries to play like the same type of characters that, you know, made him famous, and it just doesn't work when you're like super old now. So.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's one of those things where it's kind of, you know, run its course. Like, you know, Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore, Big Daddy was like another one, and after that, like I seen like Anger Management and Click to me wasn't all that really good. All that
Yeah,
good.
I didn't like Click that much.
What was the one with Kevin James? Oh no, that one wasn't too bad. That
I pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
Chuck and Larry, yeah. I kind of like that one. There was another one with Kevin James too, wasn't it? Like where they played video games or something.
Oh, Pixels.
Pixels, yeah. Not a big fan of that.
Yeah, I didn't like that one too much either.
Another one everybody hated on me for not liking. I didn't like Little Nicky.
You didn't like Little Nicky?
Didn't like Little Nicky.
Oh, wow.
Not my. But it is Hanukkah. Playing Back when Saturday Night Live used to be the big thing. I know at some point people were talking about them doing a like a Chris Farley movie, but I don't think that's true or not. Be cool if they did though.
Damn it. I clicked the wrong Facebook page when I went live, and I just realized it.
Oh, we was streaming live on another Facebook page.
Yeah, streaming live on the For the Collection Facebook page.
Oh, okay.
Oh man.
Hey, at least we wasn't on like Rose's account or something.
Yeah. Tarek on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh well. At least it's live somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I don't have much anything else for this week. It was like a really light week for news, and
did you have a good 4th?
I did. Didn't really do much. Drove around to like 3 different Lowe's trying to find a stupid leaf blower. That's some deal running where it's like buy one get one free on certain Craftsman tools. Yeah. So drove around to 3 different Lowe's looking for this leaf blower that my mother-in-law wanted, and it came with like the choice of like different tools for free. So it was like a leaf blower, and we're trying to grab the circular saw.
Yeah.
So drove around looking for that. None of them had the damn leaf blower. I'm like, oh, we got like 9 of them, but we don't know where they're at. It's like, oh, great. And so I ended up just ordering it online, and then had got cookout for dinner because I didn't feel like cooking anything, and then let off some fireworks.
So, all right, man. That sounds like fun.
It was all right. Kids are like, oh, let's blow stuff up. Let's blow stuff up. Then you get to the louder fireworks. It's too loud. It's too loud. It's like, oh my God.
We set off a few fireworks, and the neighbors around here where we were at set off a lot. Didn't want to go to downtown Nashville. Downtown Nashville was supposed to have like the I guess longest firework display of like any of the like major cities or whatever. They also had like a drone show too, going along with the fireworks. But
Oh, nice.
so I started to go just to see like if a firework would accidentally hit one of the drones or something, but I don't think it happened. But now we just chilled out here and grilled out and played in the pool and played Foursquare. Played a Criminal Minds board game.
There is some dude in the front row on Rampage right now. Big, fat, white dude wearing a shirt that says Big, Black, and Jacked. I really hope it's a shirt for a wrestler and not just a shirt he decided to wear.
Big Black and Jack. I don't know who that is.
I don't know either. It's some like indie dude, but
maybe Bobby Lashley debuts on AEW.
It's just like a poor choice of shirt to wear, I guess, with the font, the text on the front, especially if you're sitting front row. I don't know. Not my circus, not my monkeys.
My niece is serving me some pancakes she just made me.
Nice.
Try to eat in the dark.
Oh, man, that's how we roll. All right, let's get into In Your Housekeeping. Where's my thing? There's my thing. In Your Housekeeping, of course, is brought to you by the store. Check out redbubble.com/people/WrestleGeddonPod. Purchase your own WrestleGeddon podcast merchandise. 25% off right now at the Redbubble store. Check that out. Order yourself some shirts, some stickers, some hats, so much more. Redbubble.com/people/WrestleGeddonPod. In Your Housekeeping. I don't have anything to follow up for last week. Not mean to do that. It just got louder. But follow us on our social media outlets. WrestleGeddon Pod, pretty much on everything. Where you can find it. Find everything in the description for the episode. YouTube.com/forthecollection. Make sure you like and follow and subscribe that. Hit the little bell down in the corner so you get alerts when we go live or videos are posted. And Facebook.com/WrestleGeddonPod, where we normally broadcast live every week. Not on the other Facebook page I accidentally clicked on. StreamYard. So it's my bad. That's what happens when we're live and I'm not paying attention. So,
It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good.
Follow For the Collection Facebook page too while you're at it.
Follow that one. So in case we accidentally stream live on that one. So, awesome stuff. So, well, that's all I got this week. I don't have anything else. Good?
Good. Yeah, I don't have anything from last week that I thought I looked up on or anything.
Nope, I think we're good. Oh, all right. Well, that's going to do it for us. So hopefully Garrett will join us next week. We can go over Money in the Bank and NXT Heatwave. Guess we'll see. But on behalf of myself, Chris the Heat Matthews, and the Tennessee Jesus, Carl Crossland, who's enjoying some delicious pancakes right now, we'll chat with you guys next week. This is episode 243 of your WrestleGeddon podcast. Later, Marks.
Later.